Okay, so we have all the essential spells. Let's talk about the opening. Right now what I'm thinking my opening is going to be, and this is kind of what the whole deck is catered around. Actually, let's just bring these all up, because I'm not actually sure. So I want it to be this totem here, the charge +1. And as I said, I'm just going to be having Beast, and I'm going to be just like tennis, serving it to the enemy. So I'm not going to use Animal Kingship. I don't like Tooth for Nail. I like the piercing one, but I think Acid Ball is the better choice over Tooth and Nail. I just don't see myself casting this nearly as much as Acid Ball would. The Rodden's Fury. Okay, so I am going to put 2 of these in. All my animal creatures will get this, and so basically I'm looking to get the charge +1 and then the melee +1 from being a pet. And if they go, oh, I should kill you, then at least I have the extra armor and life, so it's going to be hard for them to kill it. And so the point is, whenever my pet dies, I'm just going to bring in another pet, and they're going to get all these bonuses. And every time I serve the enemy, then they're going to get this charge bonus. It's going to be like a really cool, I think, way to kind of go after those economy plays. So what is really important is going to be Rouse the Beast. This is going to be the actual serve part of the deck. This is going to be so important, I'm putting 6 of these in there. Basically, it costs your target's level, and the creature you just summoned can act. So you can see how Rouse the Beast plus Rodden's Fury have a very cool sort of positioning game. You want to be just in position for your animals to get into range of the enemy, so they can hit them that round. And if your mage or if the opponent decides to melee you and get out of range, then all your beasts get all that extra charge. So that's going to be kind of my opening, I guess. You know what? I'm going to put in 1 Mage Wand. I think it'll be useful. I mean, I already have all these incantations. I want just 1 Mage Wand as just a make sure type of thing. And for the people that love mana, Ring of Beasts is going to be my choice. I don't think Mana Flower or Mana Crystal or anything like that's going to be better. Because the Ring of Beasts, I'll start benefiting turn probably 3, maybe 4, as in this will pay for itself, as opposed to Mana Flower, which will probably pay off turn 6, turn 7. And if I'm planning on casting a Beast every round, and it's just, it does the same thing, just cheaper. So we're going to throw one of these guys in there. Let's talk about animals. What am I going to use? Actually, you know what? Let's bring up a notepad. I like Notepad a lot. I use it a lot for figuring out what I'm going to do. So I guess... So I'm having thoughts about... I basically have 2 different plays in my head right now. I'm actually thinking about Cheetah Speed. I'm going to put a Cheetah Speed in there. I suspect I could either Ring of Beasts, Cheetah Speed, or Ring of Beasts, or Cheetah Speed, and Rodden's Fury round 1. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Before I actually get to my awesome notepad, I'm going to actually look at the creatures. Dark Fiend Bat, level 1. I'm looking for level 1, level 2 max, because I want to be able to cast the creature. Actually, no, just level 1, because it has to be level 1 as a quick. So yeah, I mean, a Dark Fiend Bat that, let's see here, Feral Bobcat. So I have 4 options, because I know there's a Thunderous Falcon that's also level 1. Thunderous Falcon. Okay, so what I'm thinking right now is a Thunderous Falcon versus a Bitterwood Fox. Bitterwood Fox is 5/5/3 fast, where this is 6/5/3 fast flying. So you're thinking, that was scary. My chair didn't break. It was open, as in you can lean back. And I didn't know that. Okay. Anyway, it's my cat. He did it. Look at him. He looks so sweet. He rigged my chair. Okay, anyway, so basically 6 mana versus 5 mana. You're paying 1 extra mana for flying? That's damn good. I mean, I guess the reason why you'd want to use this is because it's a canine, and it combos really well with the Red Claw. But if you're not using it for those bonuses, really the Falcon is just good. And so this is basically going to cost me, I'm going to put 5. So this is going to cost me 6, 2 because of the pet, and then 1 because of the Rouse the Beast. And so that's 9, and that's my round. And you have a solid creature that did attack. So basically it's like flinging a spell. If you do pet it, it's like flinging a 5 damage spell that survives to more rounds, and summoning a creature all in the round, which I think that is a pretty, 1 mana is a pretty nice price to pay for that extra dice. 1 mana, 5 dice, and that's pretty damn good. Plus he has armor 1, life 3. So that's pretty awesome. And if your opponent wants to deal with it, it's gonna cost him something. You might have to use a fireball, or that won't even do it. I think that's gonna be that. Let's see. I actually do want other creatures. I was looking at the Dark Fiend Bat. It's not flying, so you have to get within 1 space of your opponent. So basically, your range is going to be 2 if you want to start the game or start the round that way. He's level 1, but he's going to cost me 2, but he's still level 1. And the reason why is he's rot. The direct damage. The earlier you can cast this guy, the better. I'm going to put 4 of these guys. So, I know, he does 2 dice. Whoop-de-crap, right? But if you pet him, he does 3. And then your Rajan's Fury, he does 4. So suddenly, you're at 5, 6, 7, 8 with the Rouse the Beast. So you're paying 8 mana to do 4 dice of damage, 9 up rot, which it could just keep bringing upon itself. And if they pay for the Purify or something like that, great. Like, if you even do that 1 damage, you literally paid 1 to Rouse the Beast to do that. So it's a pretty good trade for an action for that sort of thing. I think that's going to be good. Yeah, so we're not doing that. So the Feral Bobcat, this guy is the power play. He gets the 1 extra dice, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I like it. He also has a dodge, which makes him harder to kill. And this is just going to annoy the crap out of people, I think. So I'm actually going to put 5 of those in. So he's going to do 3 on the charge with the Rajan's Fury, or I have 2 Rajan's Fury. I'm just going to assume 1 right now. So 3, so 5, and 6 if you make him a pet. And he costs 5, 6, 7, 8 to do. And you can just do one of those. And again, if they don't kill him, then you just don't pay that extra mana. And then you summon another one next round, and then you deal just 1 less dice. And then, I think if they get up to 3, that's when you do things like the Force Push shenanigans that lets you get all those charge bonuses. So actually, let's just open Notepad because it's really good. So turn 1, we're going to call this Power Play. So, actually, I'm doing this all wrong. Power Play. So basically, turn 1, we're going to want to have Rajans, and then the Ring of Beasts, and then move 1. Turn 2, you're going to want to Rajans, it's A-N, Rajans, and then probably Mage Wand. Okay, so I guess turn 3 you can then move. Okay, then move 1. Then you can move 1, Thunder, I guess this depends on if your opponent moves. So if your opponent doesn't move, you're going to want to use the fast, because that effectively gives you a 3-range attack spell. Attack being the creature that you're rousing the beast and just sending at the enemy. But the Dark Fiend is better because it has the rot chance. So early game when you're opening, you're going to want to do the rot, but you have to be 1 space closer. Thunder Rift, and then rouse the beast on your wand, and then you're dealing Thunder Rift Pet, I should say. So then you're dealing 6 dice of damage. Turn 3. And that's, if they don't deal with that, you're fast, so you can just keep going back and forth on them and get that bonus. There is a... So this is what I like, I guess, if they don't move. Power play if they move. I think you still do this if they move. And then your turn 2. So they move, so they got out of their starting corner, and they went into either one. You're then 2 spaces away no matter what. So you're going to move 1, Thunder Rift, plus Pet, and then Rouse. And that's going to get you 6 dice, or 5 dice. Three, 4, 5 dice. So this is kind of the faster play. And it lets you have that creature out there, so you're dealing 5 dice consistently every round until he kills it. That's pretty awesome. There was that other faster play that I want to talk about. I'm going to call this the rush play. I don't know why this is open. And that is, you turn 1, Rajans, and then Cheetah Speed, face down. Turn 2, and then move. Turn 2, you're going to move 2, Thunder Rift. I guess if they move, it's going to be different. So turn 2, Thunder Rift plus Pet, and then Rouse. And you're dealing 5 dice. But so I guess if they don't move, it's this. So rush play if they move is that turn 2, move 2, and then you can Dark Fiend plus Pet. And then Rouse. And this is going to be 4 dice plus Rot. And if you get that Rot off, turn 2 is going to be extremely early for that sort of thing. It's going to be really good, actually, because then they're going to be focused on, what do I get, armor, or do I heal myself? What am I going to do? And you're putting them on the super defensive, and plus you still have a Dark Fiend Bat that has 7 life, 1 armor, and is dealing 3 damage minimum plus a Rot chance. Which is pretty damn good. So I think this is going to be the main openings that I focus on. So what I'm doing right now is I'm seeing what works with this build and what doesn't. And this I like the most, but I'm not sure if it's the most effective. I mean, we have 2 giant choices. Do we do a power play and get that extra dice? Or do we do a rush play? And this one does the most dice for the longer game, but it acts on turn 3. While all the other ones, you can deal damage turn 2, and one of them you could deal more damage from turn 2 for the later game. Like, if the game ends in round 8 and you dealt a rot round 6, or round 2, you're going to deal 6 damage. That's very substantial. So I think that's going to do it for the opening. And we have 74 spell points done. So I think what we're going to do is move on to more of the filling in the gaps. The fun part about this is I have an idea. Now I have to go and figure out what's going to be a problem to the deck, and that's what's going to happen.